Good morning, everybody. So from today, we will be starting your actual 11th portion. That is trigonometry we will start. Okay. Trigonometry. This is very important topic and quite big topic. Lot of concepts are there in this. And the importance of this topic is it will be used in all other topic. It can come anywhere. Okay. It can come anywhere. That means its applications will be in geometry, application will be in calculus, any chapter it can come. Generally, question will not come from this topic only. They will come in mixed form. Very rarely question will come from this topic. But the importance is without this, you cannot solve other topics. So that is why this topic is backbone of mathematics, 11th and 12th. There will be a lot of formulas in this. So the sooner you remember the formulas, it will be better. I will be giving the derivations of all. But every time deriving is not good actually. Once you learn the derivation, try to remember the formulas. So first topic in this, trigonometry. What is the trigonometry, how it came, why it was required? This is one of the most ancient branch of mathematics because it was having practical purposes. Like in 10th class, you have done finding heights in different circumstances. You cannot go to the some mountain, but from ground only you can measure the height, measuring the width of the river, which is very wide, without actually crossing it. So many applications are there of this trigonometry. And afterward, you will find applications. For example, triangulation, a type of survey is there. Astronomy in stars, geography to measure distance between landmarks, satellite navigation system. So many applications you will find in every field. Biology, medical imaging, pharmacy, chemistry, everywhere. This chemistry will be divided into 4-5 parts. I'm explaining which parts we will be covering. So basically, we will study chemistry first. First chapter is trigonometric functions. Identities and functions. Some part of this you have done in the 10th class. For example, one identity you have studied, sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta, and 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. These three identities you have done. Some more formulas we will be doing this year. Now, under this head chapter, we have so many chapters in trigonometric functions and identities. This is a broad term basically. In this, we will have first measure of angles. How to measure the angles? What are the different units? After this measure of angles, we will deal with the systematic way I am giving. all different formulas, because what happens in your NCERT, this chapter they have covered in a very short form. In few concepts only they have covered. So next is trigonometric ratios we'll cover. Sometimes you'll find T ratios like sin theta, cos theta, tan theta is equal to sin theta upon cos theta, like that. Trigonometric ratios. In trigonometric ratios, all these things will come. Next, we will deal with compound angles. Like there will be some formula like A plus B. I will explain what is the meaning of this. After this, we will have multiple sub-multiple angles. After this, we will have transformation formulas, transformations. Next, graphs and periodicity. And one more chapter is there in this, that is extremum values or maximum minimum values. Known as extremum values, EXTRE, extremum values. This is one chapter. One heading. Yes, transformation means converting from CND formula. We use call generally CND formula, converting from one form to another form. CND formulas. Next concept is trigonometric equations. Second formula is trigonometric equations, second chapter. See, in NCERT, this has been given in very less. In one chapter only, they have finished all these 7, but we will be doing each chapter separately in details because it requires a lot of practice. Trigonometric equations. This is mainly in your 11th class. These 2 chapters are in your 11th class. This is 11th portion. This is 11th portion. Then, trigonometry is generally taught in 3 phases. So this is one part of trigonometry. Third portion of trigonometry is ITF, inverse trigonometric functions. Inverse trigonometric functions. ITF. This we do in the beginning of 12th class. This is 12th class portion. And then one chapter is left, that is solutions of triangle. Hello? Yes? I could not hear you properly. You're telling something. Can you ask it again? Does transform means converting from? So last chapter is solutions of triangle. Although this last chapter is not your in 11th or 12th, but this is given as appendix in your NCERT book. And this is the important chapter for the competitive exams. Most of the time, one question comes from solution of triangle. This is spelled as SOT generally. SOT, solutions of triangle. This in between, somewhere we will do at the end of 12th or at the end of 11th, because this is not in your syllabus. So depending on time, we will finish this chapter. So this is the main, how we will study, broad idea about the trigonometry. Again, in trigonometry or in maths, on one point I emphasize in every class, that is when you are solving reading maths, when I'm teaching maths particularly, you must solve the chapters which I am teaching at present. If you go along with me, all these chapters will become very interesting and they will be very easy to understand. You will never forget them. That much I can tell. I will cover all the concepts from basic level, scratch, to advanced level. First few classes, I will cover the NCERT part, and then I will go the mains and advanced all concepts. So those students who are not preparing for any competitive exams, they must attend the first few classes compulsorily. And those who are preparing for advanced, definitely they can't miss any class. Whether it is the basic, because if you are not attending the basic classes, you will miss the concepts, ideas. You cannot memorize the maths fully. You can only understand. That is the main thing. So keep on solving the problems. I will keep on posting the questions, assignment, study material. If you want more, you can tell me separately also, sir, I send me more. There are some students who are solving much more than what I am giving. So they are asking me separately. There are different types, different levels I am giving. So now come to, let us start measures of angle. This is clear? Any doubt in this? So write the heading, measures of angle. Measures of angle. So meaning of this, why we have to study this chapter? What is the use of this? So in trigonometry is nothing about measurement of angles only. Angles and sides. Basically, it started trigonometry, trigonon. Trigonon means triangle. Trigonon means triangle. And metron. Metron means study. So it started from the measurement of triangle. So in the initial time, Greeks, letters or others, they were studying the relationship between angles and sides of a triangle, different types. But now it is not just, as I told, not a study of triangle, it is about so many other things. In every field it is there. So this study application have increased too much. So as we are dealing with the angles, so first of all question arises, what is the angle? Why? in how many ways we have to measure. All those things we will study. So first of all, angle. So I think everybody understand what is angle. In 9th or 10th, this definition was there. Angle. The measurement of angle is the amount of rotation from the initial side to terminal side. So there will be one initial side. This is initial side, suppose. Initial side, and this is suppose terminal side. So then this angle is called, this amount of rotation, this is called angle. This can be represented by theta, alpha, phi, or anything, generally theta. Now, the problem is this may be rotated because you can interchange the initial and terminal side. Instead of this, why you have to take, you can take, suppose this is initial side and this is terminal side, then this will be the angle of rotation. So depending on direction, sense of rotation, sense of angle, angle can be positive, angle can be negative. So that is known as sense of angle. Sense of angle is positive if rotation is in anti-clock. So here it is positive, anti-clock. And this will be negative. In this case, it is negative because it is clockwise direction. So angle can be positive or angle can be negative depending on whether we are moving in clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction while going from initial side to terminal side. Next, the important thing is, suppose you want to purchase some cloth. You have different units. You can say in feet, you can say in meters. You will understand, shopkeeper will understand. So for measurement of length, we have different units: CGS, MKS, FPS, centimeter, foot, meter, kilometers. If you want to measure the astronomical distances, light years. If you want to go for atomic distances, angstrom, and so on. So depending on the requirement, you are using the unit. For example, for cloth, you cannot say 10 raised to power minus 20 light years of cloth give me. Nobody will understand. So you have to use a proper unit at proper place. Similarly, for measures of angles, we have different ways of measuring them. 3 different systems are there. They have their own applications, purposes. There are different reasons why some got popular, some could not got popular. Some are more practical. So like we can measure length in CGS system. CGS means centimeter. MKS system, M stands for meter. FPS, F stands for foot. 3 different systems are there for length. Similarly, for angles, we have 3 systems. There are 3 systems of measures of angle. Three systems for measures of angles. One is sexagesimal system. Sexagesimal system This system is also known as British system or degree system. Second one is called centesimal system. This system is also called French system or grade system. And third one is known as circular system. Or you can say radian system. These three systems are popular. We have. Out of this, in India, generally we are using sexagesimal system. Sexa means 60. We are dividing everything in 60, 60, 60. Why we are using in most of the world this system was popular? Because British were the rulers. That is the only reason. India was ruled by the British, and whatever they introduced, we were following that. French and British, they were complete enemies of each other, competitors of each other. So French developed their own system. So I will explain all the three in brief. Mainly, we are more interested in sexagesimal and circular system because French system is rarely used. It is not useful, but I will explain this brief of this also. So first of all, let us start with first sexagesimal. System or British system or degree system. So in this system or in all systems, one turn or one cycle, first of all, one turn. You must understand this word, what is the meaning? One turn or one cycle means this complete one turn, one cycle is this complete revolution, full. So one turn or one cycle is divided into 4 equal parts. One turn or one cycle is divided into 4 equal parts, like this. And these 4 parts are known as 4 quadrants. Now each quadrant is divided into, this is one right angle, 0, one right angle, this is one right angle. So in sexagesimal system, this one right angle was divided into 90 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, this is 90. So one turn or one cycle was divided into 4 right angles. So one turn of one cycle is equal to 4 right angles. And one right angle was divided into 90 equal parts. And each part was called degree. So one right angle is equal to 90 degree. This is spelled as degree. This small dot, this symbol for degree. And again, 1 degree, 0 to 1. This was divided into 60 equal parts. 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. This is a symbol for minutes. And 1 minute was divided into 60 seconds. This symbol is for seconds. So one right angle was divided into 90 parts. So one right angle is equal to 90 parts, 4 right angles are there. So one turn is equal to 360 degrees. Each degree has 60 minutes and each minute has 60 seconds. See, this minute and second have nothing to do with the minute and second of time system. This is clear now? Small point. Some of you may have done this part, but I'm explaining from the basics. As I told, every chapter I will explain from basics. So I'm going to the next slide. That means we have.
Sir, 1 minute.
Okay, you want previous one?
Yes, sir. Done, sir.
Oh. So, what we have seen, one turn or one cycle is equal to 4 right angles. One right angle is equal to 90 degrees. 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes and 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. This was the British system or sexagesimal system or degree system. British or degree system or sexagesimal system. They were divided into 60 parts. But French people thought, suppose you see in the CGS, MPS, those systems, they are multiples of 10. Millimeter, if you multiply millimeter, you get centimeter, decameter, meter, kilometer, everything is multiple of 10. Millimeter is equal to 1 centimeter, 10 centimeter, 1 decacentimeter, 10 decacentimeter is equal to 1 meter, 100 centimeter, like that. And 1000 centimeter is equal to 1 meter and so on. So everything was multiple of 10. So they thought, why, when we have to divide, why to divide in 90? Divide in 100, that will be more convenient. So instead of dividing in 90, divide in 100. Because when we are dividing with 60, there are some practical problems are there. This one example I will ask you, then you will understand. If somebody is coming in late and he says, sir, I am late by 1.2 hours. What is the meaning of that? Tell me. He is late by 1.2 hours. So what you understood by that? All students can tell me. You can send there on the chat box also. Yes. Anuksha, what you understand by 1.2 hour? So voice is not coming. One hour, 20 minutes. Yes. Next. Archisa, what is the meaning of 1.2 hour?
1 hour 20 minutes.
1 hour, 20 minutes. Okay. Dhriti, 1.2 hour means 1 hour, 20 minutes. Okay. Dhriti is saying now 72 minutes. Very good. You have made correction, I think, Dhriti. First you told something. So that is good. 72 minutes. See, now the difference. Most of you are saying 1 hour, 20 minutes. So 1 hour is 60 minutes plus 20 minutes is 80 minutes. Some are saying 72 minutes. And others also. Monali, what is the meaning of 1 hour 20 minutes? Yes, Monali. Shri Hari. What is the meaning of 1 hour 20 minutes?
1, 2, 1.
Shri Hari. You can unmute or you can tell me on the that. Read me 1 hour 20 minutes. Okay, see. Now see. If I ask you what is the meaning of half hour?
Half hour. 30 minutes.
Half hour is equal to, so what you are doing, 1/2 into 60 is equal to 30 minutes. That means this is equal to 0.5 hours. It is not 50. Understood? So if I ask you 0.2 hour will be how much? 0.2 into 60, 12 minutes. Understood? This point understood or not?
Papa, spiky order.
Just tell me everybody, okay, what is the 0.2? Suppose I ask you 0.5 hour. Then what you are doing? In 0.5 you are multiplying 60 because it is half of 60, not half of 100. So half of 60 is almost 30 minutes. Similarly, if I ask you 1/5, 0.2 means 1/5 of 60. So 0.2 of 60, 0.2 of 60 is 12 minutes. So 1.2 hour is 60 minutes plus 12 minutes is equal to 72 minutes. That is the problem in calculations here. But if I ask you 1.2 kg, now it is very easy because here 1 kg is 1000 gram. So now so it is very clear, it is 1200 grams. So that is why when we are dividing in 60 parts, that means we have to take what percentage of 60? 1.2. 1.3 hour means 18 minutes. 0.3 means 18. 60 into 0.3. So we will multiply by 60. Understood now this point? So it is 1 hour 12 minutes. So to avoid these calculations, cumbersome calculations, what the French people thought, instead of dividing in 60, when we have to divide, so why not to divide in terms of 100 only? So second system was developed was a centesimal system or French system. Centesimal system or French system. So what they do, same thing, one turn was divided into 100 parts. One turn by four right angles. This was the same thing, 4 right angles. But one right angle was divided into 100 parts. Instead of 90, they divided into 100 parts, and each part was called the grade. And one grade was further divided into 100 parts, and it was called the minute of grade system. It is still called minute. They could not give separate name. And 1 minute was again divided into 100 parts and called seconds. But remember, these minute and second are separate. These are of the grade system. They have nothing to do minute and second of degree system, and both of them have nothing to do with minute and second of time. They are the measures of rotation.
Sir, RT means right angle.
Yes, RT means right angle. So now we can see one right angle is equal to 90 degree is equal to this G. G stand for grade, 100 grade. Now third system is a radian system. Radian system. Or circular system. This is the most practical system basically. In higher classes, after 10th, in 11th, 12th or higher studies, we will deal with the radian system only, circular system, because this is connected with a circle. I will explain this. So write the definition, what is radian? So one radian symbol is like this C type, elongated C. This is the symbol for radian, small C type. So one radian I can express this in this form. One radian. This is not C, this is radian. Is the measure of an angle radian is the measure of an angle subtended at the center of a circle subtended at the center of a circle by an arc of length equal to arc of length equal to radius of circle. So one radian is the measure of an angle subtended at the center of a circle by an arc equal to radius of the circle.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, could you please read out the last line? I cannot see it in my laptop, so please.
Okay. So see, 1 radian is the measure of an angle subtended at the center of a circle
Yes, sir.
by an arc of length equal to radius of circle.
Sir, thank you.
Okay, so now let us see what is this meaning. See, one relationship was there in 9th, 10th class. You may have studied it. If this is the circle, this is radius R, this is the center C, R, and this is the arc length L. Then this L was R theta pi by 180. I think this you have studied. Most of you may have done it. Even if you have not studied, no problem. I will explain. Okay. This angle is theta. So I'm coming to this proof of this. So here you can consider let C or O, this is the center you write the heading to prove that L is equal to R theta. Proof of this, L is equal to R theta. This is point A. This is C. And there is another point, let us take at 1 radian. 1 radian. Anything we can take 1 radian. So this distance AC arc is length L, this, and this is B, suppose this point is B. So AB is equal to R. This is R, and this AC is L. This symbol, see, this represents the arc length. This. So now from the geometry, we know that angle subtended at the center of a circle. So you can write angle, in 10th class we have done this theorem, angle subtended at the center of a circle are proportional to their arc lengths. What angle is subtended? So angle subtended at the center of circle is proportional to their arc length. I think this you have done in 10th class. This property was there. For example, this angle is theta, and another arc length if you take, this is A, B, C, and this angle is alpha. Then we can have AOC, angle AOC upon angle AOB. This is O. This will be in proportion to arc AC upon arc AB. AOC is arc AC, this is arc AC upon arc AB. This will be equal to these angles will be in proportion to their arcs. These are the angles are in proportion to. So this implies angle AOC. AOC is how much? Alpha upon theta is equal to AC upon AB. AC is suppose L upon this is R.
Sir, R indicates radius, is it?
Yes. So this will be here. AOC is theta. In this particular case, AOC is theta. And this is how much? 1 here in this figure. This is 1. This is 1. Why it is 1? Because what was the 1 radian? Angle subtended. See this. You take any size of the circle. You take a small circle. You take large circle. The angle subtended at the center by an arc of length radius. This will be 1 radian. This is large circle, so its radius will be more. So this angle is also 1 radian. If you take a small circle also, very small circle, its radius is this. So this angle will also be 1 radian. That is a 1 radian. So that is why this is R, this is R, this is R. So this will be 1 radian. So from here you will get L is equal to R theta. L is equal to R theta. The important problem here is theta must be in radians, or theta is equal to L upon R. Theta is equal to L upon R. It is in radians. Theta is equal to L upon R. Just note down this. After this, I will give one very important information to you. Theta is equal to L upon R. See, if I ask you what is the dimension of theta, can you tell me dimension of theta?
Dimensionless.
Yes, dimensionless, because it is ratio of 2 lengths. L is also length meter, R is also length. So theta, this radian is a dimensionless quantity. That means theta is simply a number. Theta is simply a number. 3 radian, 4 radian, 1 radian, or simply I can say 3. So this is a dimensionless quantity. So this is very, very important relation. Theta is equal to LR. So because of this, what happens when an angle is expressed in radian, the word radian is omitted. We need not to tell radian. Suppose I say angle is 3. then it does not mean that angle is 3 degree or 3 grade. Degree and grade I have to specify. But if I say angle is 3, that means simply I mean angle is 3 radian. Okay, so you have okay, so you want 5 minutes break. So now in between I will give break, then we will continue. Is it okay with everybody? So now time is 8:05. So around 8:15, 10 minutes break is there, okay? So we will be back at 8:15. So take break by the time. But we see this time is 8:05. You must note the time. It is 8:05. 10 minutes break exact. So 8:15 we will be back. So I am pausing it. Relation between degree and radians. So we know that one right angle is equal to 90 degree. This implies one turn is equal to 4 right angles is equal to 360 degree. And we know this one turn 360 degree is equal to 2 pi radian. This 360 degree, this is equal to 2 pi radian. So again, you may be thinking, yes, sir, suddenly from where this pi came? From where this pi came? So when the mathematicians in olden times, you know, there were no mobiles, nothing, no internet. So what they were doing? For hundreds of years, they used to play with circles. That means they were measuring different properties of circles. They were drawing different types of circles, measuring their perimeter, dividing by diameter. Measuring perimeter. So if you find the ratio, you must mute only when it is required actually. Otherwise, you must not mute. So if you divide, if you find the ratio of perimeter of circle, circumference by diameter. So I think everybody knows what is the circumference of circle. 2 pi r upon 2r is equal to pi. So they made different types of circles, big circle, small circle, very small circle, very big circle like this. And for all those, they measured perimeter, length of perimeter, circumference, perimeter means, and divided by that diameter. They were surprised that whatever may be the size, it was always a constant. It was not depending on size of the circle. So they were surprised by that fact. This ratio, perimeter divided by diameter, is always a constant. So when it was coming constant, that constant was called pi. Constant was called pi. So one turn is equal to 360 degree. That means in a circle, total angle subtended by a circle is how much? 2 pi radian. So from here you will get pi radian is equal to 180. Pi radian is equal to 180. Pi radian is equal to 180 degree. If you divide by 2, pi by 2 radian is equal to 90 degree. So from here we
Sir,
will get, yes,
should we write the radian top of the constant or bottom or sideways?
the top.
Okay, sir.
So we can measure angle in radian or degrees or grade. So now conversion, how to convert from one form to another. So first one is converting degrees into radians. Converting degrees into we know 180 degree is equal to pi radian. So this implies 1 degree is equal to pi by 180 radian. So x degree, this implies x degree will be equal to x into pi by 180 radian. That means to convert degrees into radian, multiply by pi by 180. And remember, what is pi? Pi is same as a irrational number. Pi is 3.14 or 22 upon 7 or 3.14. So to convert degrees into radians, multiply degrees by pi by 180. That is the conversion. Note down this, then I will go for next page. Pi is always constant. It is 3.14. Its approximate value is 22 upon 7 or 3.14. It is a rational number, pi. Completed, everybody? So this is one lesson you have to remember. X degree, to convert degrees into radians, we multiply by pi by 180. For example, 90 degree. 90 degree will be 90 into pi by 180. So this will be how much? Pi by 2 radian. 30 degree will be 30 into pi by 180. So this will cancel pi by 6 radian. As I told, radian we need not to write. Simply I say pi by 2 means radian only. Simply I can say pi by 6 also. 45 degree will be pi by 4. 60 degree will be 60 into pi by 180 is equal to pi by 3 radian. So we must remember them now. 120 degree is equal to 120 into pi by 180. 0 will cancel. This is 2 pi by 3. 2 into 60. Pi by 3 is 60. 150 degree. 150 into pi by 180 or 30 into 5. So 5 pi by 6. Some important conversions. 10 degree. 10 into pi by 180. So this is pi by 18 is 10 degree. So this is clear. Next, to convert radians into degrees. To convert radians into degrees. So we know pi radian is equal to 180 degree. This implies 1 radian is equal to 180 upon pi degree. So multiply by 180 upon pi. So to convert, yes, I will make it. Okay, this all lectures will be live. To convert radian into degrees, multiply it with 180 upon pi. (180 upon pi). For examples, this conversion I will tell more in detail. For example, if I ask you pi by 15 radian, this will be equal to pi by 15 multiplied by 180 upon pi. So this is 180 upon 15. So this is equal to 12 degree. Pi by 15. Now I'm explaining how to convert it fully. Now very important concept I'm explaining. This is over. So relationship between degree, minute, second is a total. All three systems. That means sexagesimal system, centesimal system, and circular measure. Relationship between them is, you can remember, D upon 90 is equal to G upon 100 is equal to R upon pi by 2. So 2R upon pi. D stand for degree, G stand for grade, and R stand for radian. Because we know one right angle, see one right angle, from here you can get easily, one right angle is equal to 90 degree, is equal to 100 grade, is equal to pi by 2 radian. So D upon 90 is equal to 100 upon grade is equal to this. This is the system, how we can measure.
Sir, can you tell the full forms once again?
D for degree, G for grade, R for radian. Capital D, D stands for degree. For example, I want to convert grade into, see example, convert grade into degrees. So I know 100 grade is equal to 90 degree. This is clear? 100 grade is equal to 90 degree. So I want to convert in degrees. So degree will be equal to 100 upon 90 grade. So this will cancel 10 upon 9 G. Basically, I have to put here degrees. How many degrees are there? X degree, grade, this. So this conversion is very simple. For example, if I ask you, convert, see, one question I'm taking. Convert 150 grade in degrees. So I know 100 grade is equal to 90 degree. So this gives 1 grade is equal to 9 upon 10 degree. So this gives 150 grade is equal to 9 upon 10 into 150. This will cancel 135 degree. So to convert grade into degrees, multiply with 10 upon 9. No need to remember, very simple things. So I can convert 150 grade into this by, so you can write to convert grade into grade into degrees multiplied by 9 upon 10 and reverse to convert degrees into grade multiply by 10 upon 9. See, now I am taking some very important conversion, which will be asked in your board exams also, and they are very important. So first write Question with the help of questions I am explaining. Question.
So previous,
Find. Yes.
previous page, 1 minute.
Okay. Completed?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Find degree measures corresponding to following radians. Find degree measures of the following. Two questions I am taking. One question, when question is in the form of pi, then this is very easy. 4 pi by 5 radian. Second question is 1.2 radian. So all of you must see. First is very simple. What is the concept? To convert radian into degrees, we multiply by pi by 180. 180 by pi. Because we know pi radian is equal to 180 degree. So 1 radian is equal to 180 upon pi. So this implies x radian we multiply by pi by 180 upon pi. So 4 pi by 5 radian is equal to 4 pi by 5 into 180 upon pi. So pi will cancel. So this is equal to 30 degrees. This 4 pi by 5 is equal to 144 degrees. We'll cancel this and solve further. So this is 4 into 144 degrees is correct. So 36. So this is equal to 144 degree. But second problem is more complex. This I'm explaining in detail and you must listen carefully first. Afterward you can note down. Second problem is I must convert 1.2 radian. So 1.2 radian is equal to 1.2 into 180 upon pi. First multiply 180 upon pi degrees, so many degrees. First step is very simple. Multiply by pi by 180. What is first step? Multiply by pi by 180. Multiply by 180 upon pi. Now, the problem starts from here. Pi is, we cannot leave the answer in terms of pi for radians. So pi is equal to, either this value will be given 3.14 or you have to take 22 upon 7. So this is equal to 1.2 into 180 upon 22 into 7 degrees, so many degrees. So this is equal to 1.2 into, this will cancel out. This will cancel out 11. This is a 90 into 90 into 7, 630 upon 11 degree. So multiply all this and divide. So if you multiply and divide, that is the problem here, you will get this is equal to 68 0.7272 degrees. But as I told, for example, 1.2 degree, you cannot leave answer in that way. You have to tell, because if I am late by 1.2 hour, it is confusing because it is not 1 hour 20 minutes. So you have to tell, instead of telling 1.2 hour, what you will say, I am late by 1 hour 12 minutes. So here answer must not be left in this form. Whenever degree is there, all this must be converted into degree, minute, second. So this is equal to 68 degree plus 0.7272 degree. And we know 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. So to convert degree into minute, we will multiply by 60. So this will be equal to 68 plus 0.7272 multiplied by 60 minute. So this is equal to 68 degree plus this is a, if you multiply, you will get 43.63 minutes. So this is equal to 68 degree 43 minute plus again 0.63 minute. So this 0.63 minute must be converted into seconds by multiplying by 60. So this is a 68 degree 43 minute plus 0.63 into 60 seconds. So to convert degrees into minute, multiply by 60. To convert minute into second, multiply by 60. So this will be equal to 68 degree 43 minute, and this will be approximately 37.8. This will be final answer of this. So your final answer 1.2 radian is equal to this much, must be in this form. So you can see 1.2 radian is so much. So 1 radian is a very large angle. See what we are doing, 1.2 radian. First of all, see the steps. First step is multiply by 180 upon pi. So 1.2 into 180 upon pi. Next, put the value of pi 22 upon 7 or 3.14, whatever is given. If not given, you can choose 22 upon 7. Then you will get, divide this, so simplify it in decimal. You will get this is equal to 68.7272. So this meaning is a degree. This meaning is 68 degrees complete, but 0.72 degree. So 0.7272 degrees, how many minutes? Multiply by 60. Then again decimal part, this is a 43.63 minute. So that means 43 minutes are over, but it is 0.63 minute. So 0.63 minute will be how many seconds? Multiply by 60 again, decimal part. So 0.63 into 60. So overall answer is 1.2 radian is equal to 68 degree 43 minute 37.8 second. 1.2 radian is equal to this much. This is clear?
Can you explain the last part once again? I didn't get it.
See, in everything what I'm doing, I'm this upper part. I think you have noted this upper part.
Yes, sir.
So what we are doing here is, I want to convert, my answer must be in degree, minute, second. So for example, one question I have given you in the beginning, what is the meaning of 1.2 R? This is equal to 1 R plus 0.2 R. And that was equal to 1 R plus 0.2 into 60. So that was 1 hour, and this is 12 minutes plus 12 minutes. Minute is this. Same thing we are doing here. What is given? 1.2 radian. So 1.2 is written as 1.2 into 180 upon pi, 22 upon 7. So this is 1.2 into 180 into 7 upon 22. This, if you simplify, this will come out to be 68.7272, first of all. Degrees, so many degrees. So this meaning is 68 degree is complete. But how many is there? 0.7272 degrees. So to convert this fraction into minute, because I know 1 degree is how much? 60 minutes. So many degrees will be how much? Multiply by 60. So 68 degree plus 0.7272 into 60. This many minutes will be there. See, degrees I have changed into minutes. So this is 68 degree plus. If you multiply, this is equal to 43.63. 43.63 minutes. So that means 68 degree and 43 minutes complete. But there is a plus 0.63 minutes. Understood? And to convert those minutes into seconds, again multiplied by 60. So many seconds. So finally you will get 68 degree 43 minute plus this will be approximately 37.8 seconds. So your final answer is, you can write final answer in this form: 68 degree 43 minute 37.8 seconds. This will be answer. So to convert degrees into minutes, multiply by 60. To convert minute into seconds, multiply by 60. Yes, come to next. So one thing you must note, 1 radian is a very large angle. 1 radian is approximately 57 degree 16 minute 22 seconds. 1 radian is approximately 60 degrees, slightly less than 60 degree. So this 1 radian is very large angle. Now, same reverse process we can go if I have to find from radian degrees to radian. Second question I'm taking, convert 45 degree 20 minute 10 second into, see in the previous example what I did, I converted. If you observe where I got first of all degree measure. See previous slide I'm going. Here this was 68.7272. In the previous slide if you see it was 68.7272 degrees. So this I have written 68 plus 0.72 into 60 because I want to convert degrees into minutes. So to convert degrees into minutes, I am multiplying. But if I go back minute to degrees, then I will divide. So here what is this? I must write this as 45 degree 20 minute plus 10 second. Now 10 second I will convert in minutes. So I will divide. So this is equal to 45 degree 20 minute plus 10 upon 60 minutes I can write. Ten upon 60 minutes. So I can write this is equal to 45 degree plus 20 minute. 20 minute is 20 upon 60 degree plus 1 upon 6 minute. 1 upon 6 minute, or convert this directly also you can convert it. This you can write 45 degree plus 20 plus 1 upon 6 minute. So this is a 121 upon 6 minute. So this is equal to 45 degree plus 121 upon 6 into 60 degrees. So many degrees. This is one way. Another method, suppose you want to directly convert. Another method is that also I'm telling, direct method. How you can convert. For that method, we know 60 second is equal to 1 minute. So 1 second is equal to 1 upon 60 minutes, and this will be equal to 1 upon 60 into 60 degree. That means 1 upon 3600 degrees. So many degrees. And 1 minute is equal to 1 upon 60 degree. Because 60 minutes is equal to 1 degree. So now you can use it is 45 plus 20 minutes. 20 upon 60 degree plus 10 minutes. 10 second. 10 means upon degree. So this is equal to so many degrees. I have to convert everything into degrees. So minute divide by 60, seconds divide by, you can note down, note, to convert minutes in degrees, divide by 60. Seconds into degrees, divide by 3600. So this will cancel 0. So this will cancel 1 upon 3. So if you solve this, this will come out to be 16321 upon 360 degrees. Now to convert degrees into radian, what you have to do? Just multiply by pi by 180. So what we will do, we will multiply by pi by 180. So 45 degree, 20 minutes, 10 second is equal to 16321 upon 360 degrees. This is equal to 16321 upon 360 degrees into, this must be multiplied by pi by 180. Pi by 180. Where pi is equal to 3.14 or 22 upon 7. Radian answers can be left in terms of pi also. Just you have to simplify this. Where pi is equal to 3.14 or 22 upon 7. So approximate value of this on calculation will be, yes, very good. 0.71 something will be the answer of this. 0.79 radian. This will be the answer of this. So this is just 2 examples I've given. Those who are having NCERT, they can solve NCERT. I will be sending some questionnaire on this. Some questions based on these concepts. You must solve them. 5-6 questions only I will send. Every day, make a habit of solving around 10 problems. Minimum. If you're solving minimum 10 to 10 problems in physics, in math, in chemistry, and some theory part if you're solving, this is the minimum thing what I'm saying. But it must be on daily basis. And definitely with time in month, you will solve 300 problems, 300, 400 problems. So we'll be in very good position. But you have to solve on day-to-day basis. So some question bank I will solve. See, so many questions I will send. The idea is, as the chapter progresses, you keep on solving. Don't think that all the questions you have to solve in one day. Just solve 10, 15 problems as much as possible every day. Because this chapter will continue for 1 month, trigonometry complete. So in 1 month, you can solve 300-400 problems. Moreover, I think soft copy is available on Google Classroom in book section. So you must take from that, start solving trigonometric questions are there. Start solving the same concept, conversion. NCERT you must solve today first. Okay. So with this, I am finishing today's class. A lot of things you have done today. One very important portion we have finished. So any doubt? Yes.
Sir, how to convert radians into degrees, sir? I mean, like this, if they give minutes and seconds.
Radian into?
Degree.
Yeah, 1.2 I have told you. See, one example I have given. This was 1.2 radian into degrees. So what is the method? What was the method here? 1.2. First you multiply by, first this was the step. First multiply by 180 upon pi. So many degrees. So then degrees you divide, you will get so many degrees. Now degrees you have to convert into minute and second by keep on multiplying with 60. So if you first multiply the decimal part by 60, you will get the minutes. Here you got the minutes. Again, if you multiply this decimal part 0.63, see this part, by 60, you will get seconds. Okay?
Okay.
Just solve it. Next class, again, I will explain you one more problem of this type.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
And you must try to solve this. Okay? Thank you, all of
sir.
you.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.